Hey everybody, happy Manic Monday. This is Kimberly Gaffney. It is May the 18th, and this is my second video for Manic Monday today. And today's winding down. It's almost 5 o'clock. so, um, I have just done a video on delinquent tax sales, specifically where I live at, York County, South Carolina. But I will tell you that please go back and watch the other video, but every county and every state could have a little bit of differences, but it's pretty much the same process. Okay. Tax sales have to be paid up front. You can't pay a percent here and there. No, if they say the taxes are $5,000, that includes everything, then before the end of the day, you've got to have given them $5,000 cash on the head, or run to your bank, got a cashier's check, or wrote a check from a business to the county. Otherwise, you lose out. And you also get fined $500 because you wasted their time. And now they got to put that on the back burner again. One thing I will add to that is whenever that list comes out, about 3 weeks before the actual sale takes place, whatever's on that list may not be on the docket whenever the sale takes place, because the owners or the delinquent taxpayer or their mortgage company has sent the money and they've gotten it now before the sale took place. So you could be out here chasing, a rainbow, and then think you got your ducks in a row when you get in there for the sale, and that house is not even on the list, or the land's not even on the list, and you're like, well, I'm just sitting here wasting my time. When are you going to talk about that one? Oh, well, it's not on the list today. They redeemed their taxes. Oh, well, golly. Okay. So let me tell you a story. And this is how I really, really found out about the delinquent tax sales. Kind of quite by accident. So this is story time. I received a call. This has been years ago, but if you are from this area, hopefully you can appreciate what I'm going to tell you. Um, I got a phone call. Of course, I didn't know the number, and I mean, I was out busy, and it wasn't a local area code. It was like California, and I'm like, it's probably spam again. Well, it wasn't. It was a gentleman that had called and said that he had found me online, my profile and all, and was wanting to know if I could help him sell some property that he bought. Okay. So he said, I'm gonna send you the list. He said, I got several. Okay. I was like, okay. And he said, but I'm just gonna tell you, this was property that I bought from a tax sale. Okay. And what's crazy is at that time I didn't even realize, I'm sorry, I'm having to adjust this because I got my laptop sitting on my lap. That's where it's supposed to be, right? Um, I don't know how long he owned it. I don't think he had owned it for the full 10 years yet. I'm sure he had not done a quiet title on it. This man was in California and didn't know nothing about this property, but how much he paid for it and the address. And I was like, you mean you bought property and hadn't ever seen it? He's like, I sure don't. He said, could you go check it out for me? I would like to know what you think I could sell it for. I said, I sure will. I didn't charge him for my time. I thought I was getting a new listing, y'all. So why would I charge him? Well, I learned my lesson because I run around like crazy in my car looking at all this property and walking this property, and I'm thinking, this man has lost his ever loving mind. He paid pennies on the dollar for this property. But when he knows what he has bought, he is going to kick himself, y'all. So the first one, this thing got a shadow on it. The first one, no offense to nobody, okay? But I just told you the situation. The first one was on what is known in Rock Hill as Trash Can Road. And I get over there, and he had bought a small little tiny little lot with a house that had been built on it probably, I don't know, 1920, 1930. I mean, for real, honestly, it looked like a slave house from that you would see on a movie. And it had burned, y'all. It had caught on fire. It was just a black charcoal. So that was one he wanted me to sell. And then there was another one right on down that didn't have a house on it. But y'all, there was no plumbing at all over there off of Blackman Road. Okay? No plumbing, no water, no nothing. Imagine that. And that's in our town here. There was actually a preacher, Reverend Ronald King, that had been helping those folk that live over there. This is a community still today, now, that live over there like that, y'all. But Reverend King has went over there and done a lot to help those folks get up to speed to live at least a little bit like a human, to be honest. So cross that one off the list because I said there ain't no way I can sell that. What he paid for it for taxes, I can't believe the taxes were that damn much. I don't know what they were. I mean, this is a long time ago, y'all. But you see things like that, you don't forget it. All right? All right. There was another one. I'm thinking, where is this at? I knew the general location. It was in Fort Mill. And I'm thinking, oh, this is going to be a good listing right here in Fort Mill. Wow. Wee, woo. Y'all, when I found it, it was off of Highway 21. If you leave in Rock Hill, and if y'all ain't from here, y'all just bear with me a minute, because I got to tell people from Rock Hill where this was, okay? So I'm going through Rock Hill, go over to Catawba River Bridge. Now I am in quote into Fort Mill area. I'm on Highway 21 before it all got built up with the townhomes and the bars and the little strip malls and stuff. Past a little old church and come to this road. I was like, oh, I know where this is at. I know some people that used to live back here. And it was like some land back there. This might have been maybe a half an acre of land from what I could tell, but I didn't know it was going to have a house on it or anything. So I go back in there and it's some little roads and stuff, paved roads. And there was a bunch of mobile homes. I'm like, oh my Lord, this man done bought a mobile home park. Half an acre. Probably got one mobile home sitting on it. We get over there, me and my son, we ride around, and we're just going in darn circles. We got out maps, we got out all kind of paperwork that we had printed out, trying to figure out where stuff was. Y'all, this man had bought a gully. Y'all know what a gully is, or a ravine? So imagine there was a mobile home here and a mobile home here, and then behind it they had their backyards that went woo and went down. Okay? But then where it went down on the other side, it went up. And over there behind them was some other mobile homes. And then over here was some other mobile homes and some, their driveways and their backyards went, and this man had bought a strip of land that was landlocked down at the bottom of it. And everybody had been throwing all their trash in it. And I'm not talking about bags of trash. I'm talking beer cans, washing machines, you name it. Who knows? And I'm just like, well, I'm out here, you know, chasing a wild goose, okay? I'm having to walk to find these places. Anyway, yeah, I called this man. That was just two of them, y'all, that has never left my mind, okay? So I called him. I said, sir, I've checked everything out. And I said, I'm just going to be honest with you. You might as well just keep them or give them back to the county. Just give them back to them. You might can get some kind of write-off on your taxes, like donate property back to the county or the city. But why would they want it? You know what I'm saying? Um, I said I wouldn't pay them another dime. You're paying taxes every single year for a ravine with trash in it. That is always going to be like that. You cannot build on it. It's in the middle of everybody else's mobile homes. And I told him about Trash Can Row, the quote. That was the name of it. I'm almost sure it was called Trash Can Row. And that's off of Albright Road. If you going from Rock Hill High School, go down Albright Road, going to Highway 72, turns into Saluda Road. It's down that way, y'all. Anyway, if you don't live around here, you need to call a realtor. If you're interested in anything like that, you need to call a realtor. Tell them that you would like for them to basically be a private eye for you, and go check some things out. They're not going to do it for free. We don't work for free. We can't work for free. Otherwise, we wouldn't be in business, right? So, if you need my help, let me know. I enjoy going and doing things like this and looking at stuff, and then I'm like, and I'm hoping for the best for the person that owns it that paid the money. But it's sad. It's sad that people and the county don't care. They don't care who you are. They don't care what you do. They don't care if that was the last time you had your name and you were trying to just do something right to help bring some kind of equity, an asset. Say, I have an asset. I own some property in South Carolina, and it be such a detriment. It's just a shame. It's a shame. And there's all kind of other things that you could go online and look for, gosh, like there's a something about land, like donated land or something like that. People's like, you know what? I'm not paying all these taxes. Y'all can just have it back. It ain't worth it to me. You know, lots of things you can do. But anyway, that's part two. I'm going to do one more, and this is going to be about foreclosures because I have buyers asking me all the time when I'm like, "What are you looking for? What kind of property you want?" And they want like, "I want to start with foreclosures." I'm like, "No, you don't. You do not want to start with a foreclosure." Okay, so that's going to be my next video, and I hope you'll watch it. But let me know if you like my story, and if you're interested in the tax sale coming up in October, let me know way ahead of time because that is the week of my son and my grandson's birthday, and we're not sure we might go out of town. And so I need to know if you're going to need help or not. All right. Thank y'all for watching. Like, subscribe. It's free. Post a comment. That helps me. I got to get my audience up to 4,000 or more. Okay. I'd be happy to get it to 100. All right. Bye, y'all. Have a good day.